Why would you ever say that shotguns needed a nerf? This is all your fault. This is why we have what we have right now. You
boys, my good brethren, I believe we've been misinterpreted for the past 4 years. Alright guys, welcome to the video today, and in this video we're going to be discussing the claims that all of us have been pressed with, basically by other members of the community of, you know, we were the ones that talked about snipers and shotguns, and therefore that's why we have what we have in Destiny 2, which is 2 really weak primary weapons and power ammo, you know, for shotguns and snipers, which we rarely get. Usually you'll get 1, maybe 2 per game, and whoever picks it up, that's the only person that gets it. Your teammates get none of it. So for the longest time, what the community was complaining about is that primaries were too weak and that shotguns were dominating, and for the most part, even before that, before the big sniper nerf, everyone was saying snipers were too dominant. That wasn't really the case for normal PvP, but a lot of Trials players kind of felt that way. So now that all of us have taken to Twitter by saying, wow, Destiny 2 is a lot more boring when you don't get shoddy ammo, when you don't get sniper ammo. That was the power fantasy of Destiny 1. That's what made Destiny feel like Destiny. You had really strong primaries and just, you know, awesome power weapons, being, you know, snipers and shotguns that you could use and make ridiculous plays with. Because, you know, when you're running in Destiny 2, at least on PC, where your bullets actually hit people the majority of the time, and you have a shotgun, that game feels very similar to Destiny 1, or it feels a lot more similar than it does without having a shoddy. And I think the shotties are too strong to the point where, like in Destiny 2, they couldn't really go back to that old system where you have a shoddy and a primary on at the same time. You'd have to either adjust primary time to kill, which would be the preference, or just adjust the effectiveness of shotties and snipers. I think snipers would be fine just because the flinch is so, you know, crazy, but Destiny isn't Destiny without special weapons, and that's how I've said from the beginning, and that's how a lot of people feel right now, you know, now that we've witnessed it. And I think the problem is a lot deeper than we think it is, because they've developed this new system of, you know, the kinetic, the energy, and the power slot, and that's like a system, right? A systemic change. So how are they supposed to, like, there's little patches like, yeah, we'll increase the accuracy of this, or we'll increase the range of this, or the damage of this, but, you know, changing the whole entire system of a looting shooting game, I feel like we're pretty much screwed. So then you may be wondering, what did we want when we said we wanted new primaries back in the depths, in the darkness of horrible late year 3? So what did we want really? Most of us were referencing year 1 and year 2 for the most part, early year 2 at least. That's where shotguns were, you know, they're still really good, but I didn't mean to say that. But Thorn and Last Word could take care of shotgunners incredibly well. Like, if you played it correctly, you knew when someone was coming around a corner, you knew when that stupid ape was gonna drag his knuckles through the room and try to shotgun you. You could play it out pretty well, and for the most part, if you played it correctly, you would end up killing them. Like, I remember people running around the corner, seeing them slide with a shotgun, and then just melting them with a Last Word. However, as soon as Last Word and Thorn got nerfed a lot, and IS Luna and Legendary Hand Cannons were the meta, there are often situations where you play it perfectly, you know when someone's coming around a corner, they slide around the corner with a shotgun, you get like a shot off or 2, but you can't get the 3rd shot off, and they just kill you. So that was the problem, is that primaries weren't good enough to shut down shotguns, but we didn't want shotguns or snipers being any worse than they already were. Because if you tried sniping in Destiny 1 against the Thorn, all I can say is good luck. But dude, it's a primary meta. You see, the primaries are the best. They're the guns you use, right? A meta would describe an array of choices, and one thing being, you know, something so good that it outshines the others. That's like saying that you're playing FIFA and it's a goal scoring and goal defending meta. Of course it is. That's the only 2 things you can really do. Just because the only weapons we can use consistently are primaries doesn't necessarily make them good. Another argument that people will make is, oh, they were balancing it around you. You wanted it to be competitive, and that's exactly where they went with their design choices, right? Well, if you look at the game, we have no private matches, we have no ranked, and we only have 2 playlists. So, you know, if they were to support competitive, you know, cool, that would be great, but it's pretty obvious that they're not really doing that, and they've never listened to any of our feedback. You know, like high tier, whatever you want to call it, like, you know, serious players that play their game a lot and take it seriously. hardcore. So please, if any Bungie developers are watching this, I think what a lot of us expected and a lot of us wanted with Destiny 2 was to have that same core feeling of the game. However, we'd have all new PvP maps, all new weapons, different subclasses. Obviously they added a few, but I mean like more revamped subclasses with different element types. Just, you know, just stuff that would freshen it up but make the game still feel just as good. And what they've done instead is completely change the feeling of the game but give us the same stuff again, which is I think the main reason why a lot of us felt disappointed with how Destiny 2 PvP has played out so far. Is it's just a lot of the same stuff we already had but with a different feel to it. So let me know in the comment section, is this the primary meta that you were looking for? You know, what were you looking for with Destiny 2 PvP? What were your expectations and what did you find? Were you let down? Were your standards exceeded and you're thrilled with the game? Because I have like this small community on Twitter and we're all very like-minded, so I don't know if different people on the internet have different opinions, but for the most part a lot of people were kind of expecting what I was expecting and they got something a lot different. So you know, that's basically going to do it for the video. Another one of those complaining videos, but I'm just like, I'm a Destiny channel and I don't have a lot of faith in the game right now, and I'm really trying. I'm really hoping they restore some juice and some energy because, you know, my career, my living is based off this game. So anyone who says that I want it to fail, that would kind of go against my own interests, if that makes any sense. Would you rather them rebalance the game to feel like Destiny 1, have the same system where they merge energy and kinetic weapons into one slot for PvP, where you can choose to run one or the other, and then you'd have your secondary weapon be a shotgun? Obviously they would have to change damage values for either the shotgun or the primary weapons to boost the primary weapon damage up or to decrease the effectiveness of the shotgun. I just feel like having a sniper and a shotgun or a fusion rifle and a primary at the same time, that is Destiny to me, and it just doesn't feel the same without it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little discussion video today. I didn't really insert too many jokes or stupid little things because I wanted it to be serious, but that's gonna do it for the video today. If you enjoyed D1 better, put D1, comment D1 in the comment section, and if you enjoyed D2 better, then comment D2 in the comment section. Also, give me your opinion on the changes that I provided or that I kind of suggested. I know they're pretty much impossible, but in a perfect world, that's what I would like to see. If you are subscribed to Jaboy and you want to make sure that you receive every video in your sub box, make sure to enable post notifications by going to my channel and clicking on the bell. That's gonna do it for the video. I will see you guys next time, hopefully. Bye-bye.